So if you were thinking about downloading Warzone Mobile and then installing it onto a Windows PC using an Android emulator, do not bother, it does not work. Okay, so in this video, what I'm going to do is show you that it doesn't work, and hopefully it will stop you from wasting your time. So first off, as we can see here, I am running a VPN, and this is set to Sweden, because of course at the moment, Sweden is part of the beta phase for Warzone Mobile. Now, if you have a look down here, I have got two instances of BlueStacks here. I've got BlueStacks 5 and BlueStacks X. Now initially BlueStacks 5 on its own wouldn't allow me to install the APK for Warzone Mobile. So what it done, it prompted me to go and get BlueStacks X. Now at this point, just think of BlueStacks X as like a hybrid launcher. So it can do stuff which is basically cloud-based gaming, and then it will also allow you to install particular APKs that you can't install within BlueStacks 5. So nonetheless, BlueStacks X was used to install the APK. So let me just launch this. Give it a couple of seconds here, wait until I get into the interface. Okay, here we go. Right, so BlueStacks X here, and if I just go to my game favorites, as we can see, I've got Warzone Mobile installed. Now, let me just launch it and let's see what happens. Okay, give us a second. Oh, wait, that's it in the background there. There we go. So Warzone Mobile, at this point, you're thinking, yes, this is awesome. And then you see that screen and you go, even better. Now I'm going to be getting into some Warzone Mobile action on my PC. But then you start sitting there and you keep seeing that screen and going, okay, well, that seems to be hanging around far too long here. Now, what I'm going to do is speed up and hopefully I will eventually get to some error message here. Ah, there we go. Okay, I've just refreshed the page by going between the main launcher and the game. And as we can see there, COD Warzone isn't responding. Close app or wait. Well, you know, if you tap on wait, still nothing is going to happen. It's just going to stay on that screen there. Let me just show you again. So let me just flip out of there and then go back to it. Okay, right, give us a second. Let me speed through until it does that little warning again. Okay, so I've let that just sit there for a few minutes now, and it doesn't even seem to be going back to the error message anymore. This just looks like it's completely hung now. But nonetheless, whether you get the error message and then you try to do it again, you're not getting into the game. Now, at this point, I'm going to give you a couple of ideas as to why this is not happening. So basically, if you try to also do this with Call of Duty Mobile, you pretty much do the exact same thing. You can install the initial installer, but then when it comes to do the game updating and stuff like that, it will essentially just not go past that point. Now, the main reason why this is happening is because the vast majority of all these Windows emulators are designed to run on Windows X86 or basically Intel and AMD CPUs. Now, what it is, Activision do not allow Warzone Mobile to run on any device unless it has got an ARM processor built into it. So essentially, anything like an emulator for X86 will not work whatsoever with these things. In fact, even if you are on, say, Chrome or Android and stuff like that, if they happen to be running on something which uses an Intel X86 CPU, once again, Call of Duty Mobile doesn't run on those either, even though they are officially the correct operating systems. So I'm going to hazard a guess here, which I think is probably right. Once we get to the actual release version of Warzone Mobile, that's going to do the exact same thing as what COD Mobile does, and that is it will only install onto an Android or Chrome OS based device which is using an ARM processor. Now, whilst that is quite terrible news right now for anybody like me who wants to install Warzone Mobile onto a Windows system running an emulator, if you actually have a Chromebook which is using an ARM processor, then in the future, once Warzone Mobile does come out officially, there's a good chance that you are going to be one of the very few people on Chromebook who will actually be able to run the game. Now, we will visit that in the future once that happens, and I will test that out as well. But for now, that's going to be it for this video. So the final message here, as if you haven't already guessed, is Warzone Mobile will not run under Windows with an Android emulator. Anyways, if you found this video useful in any way, please do give it a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing to my channel because I'll be doing a whole bunch more stuff to do with Warzone Mobile. I'm Dave at The Game Thing. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care and goodbye now.